Philip, so much going into the season was the 1-1 punch of Jonathan Taylor and Marlon Mack. And today it's Jordan Wilkins, Nyheim Hines. What have you seen from these two guys as the season's unfolded?
Yeah, well, I've always thought it was a heck of a running back room, collectively. Each guy brings kind of a little different attribute, different style. And, throughout the course of the season, you're going to have to lean on a multitude of running backs. Obviously, you lose Marlon in week one. Jonathan's been carrying the bulk of the load. But, today with, Jordan stepped up big, and Nyheim was obviously huge and made some good runs and was huge in the passing game. So it's a good group. It's a heck of a room now. And, we're going to need that depth throughout the whole year.
What was your reaction to Nyheim Hines' gymnastic work?
He's an unbelievable athlete. He's an unbelievable athlete. Made a great catch, run, spun, and he may have done a backflip on the other touchdown catch as well. But unbelievable athlete, obviously what he does in the kicking game and as a runner and a receiver. So certainly glad he's on our side.
The TD celebration, did you see it?
I did see it. I've had a few other teammates that have been able to do that. It's quite impressive. His was awesome.
Thank you.
Zach Kiefer.
Phil, ever since you decided to read what everyone was saying, you've looked like a different quarterback the last two games. And I forget sometimes you guys didn't have a preseason. Are you still settling in? Is this, you settling in midseason with this new offense, or is it something else? What has led to your really efficient?
Well, I think we're just hopefully continuing to do this. Now, does that mean we may have some we have some tough opponents coming. So does that mean there would be maybe some bumps in the road along the way throughout games? There were some bumps in the road in this game. We had a couple too many 3 and outs. I thought where some we ran it 3 times and punted. Some others we threw it 3 times and punted. So I don't know. I think Cleveland was just all around. It was just a bad performance. I felt like really through Minnesota. And the Jets, I thought we were pretty efficient. I felt like I was playing pretty efficient there. It wasn't necessarily flashy, but it was efficient. We were completing 75% of our passes there through those couple games. So I don't necessarily feel like I've hit a groove or anything. Certainly, it's been a good 2 games as a whole. But there's certainly some things I still need to clean up and keep improvement. As we know. It's a week-to-week league. It's a week-to-week league, and so you regroup and you begin again. And we got a tough one, a tough opponent next week, and the Ravens coming to our place.
Mike Wells.
Hey, Philip, you just mentioned how you have tough opponents coming up. You being this being your 17th year, have you been a person who has kind of looked at the schedule in advance to say, all right, this is going to be a tough stretch coming up? Because the reality is you got 4 teams coming up over the next 4 weeks that have winning records.
Yeah, no, I think I certainly am one of those guys that does look at the schedule as a whole. But at the same time, we don't play them all in one afternoon, so it is a tough stretch. But if we played them all on one Sunday, it'd be about undoable. But it's 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time. They all stand alone. So we know what's coming, but all that matters is, I know it's the boring answer, but it's 1-0 this week. So we were able to accomplish that this week, and that'll be the same goal as we play host the Ravens.
With that said, do you remind your teammates, hey, don't look too far ahead? Hey, we know what's up there, but don't try to jump ahead because we have to take care, like today, of the team we're playing, which was the Lions?
I think it's one of the, I think it's one of those deals you need. I think it's good to know what's out there, what's ahead. Here's what we got. You lay it all out there. They announced the schedule in April or May for a reason. But understanding how important each and every one was. This was a huge game today. It's an out of conference game, but it was a 500 team that could have been they could have been sitting at the same record where we are right now. And we knew it was going to be a challenge. And there's nothing easy in this. No win do you take for granted. So I thought this was a huge win for us coming off the bye.
Jim Aiello.
Yeah, 2 for you, Phil. One real quick. Did you get a chance to see that? Knowing you probably already did you get a chance to see the Titans loss and where you guys are positioned at this point?
I did see that. I did see that Cincy held on to win that. So both sitting there 5-2, I believe. So again, it's still early. We want to be sitting at the top when week 17 is over. But we're in position to have a chance to accomplish all we want to accomplish, and that's all you can ask for. Certainly, I think it's okay to have a few moments where you go, you kick yourself and go, dadgummit, we should be 7-0. But we're not. But we're in a position where we have a chance, and keep moving forward.
Well, today with 23 completions, 11 different targets, nobody with more than 3 catches. Is that part of the game plan going in? How does something like that happen?
Well, it's not. It's certainly probably a bit unusual, but I do think that, and I feel like I said this during training camp, that we have such a variety of skill players. You look at our tight end group, you look at our 3 tight ends. I know they all touch the ball today. You look at the receivers and the depth we have there. You look at the backs we've talked about already. I mean, I think it makes us in a way tougher to defend because you don't really know where the ball's going. And our coaching staff is so detailed and does such a great job of coaching the route disciplines, the route techniques, and why every route is important to every play. And so every guy is available, has a chance to get the football in every play. I mean, certainly we have a progression, and we say, hey, we're calling this play to throw to Ty. We're calling this play to throw to Marcus. We're calling this play like we did the second play of the game to throw it to Jordan. And sometimes they come up just how you call them. And then other times they don't, and you end up getting to the 3rd, 4th, 5th guy. But when they do their job and the guys up front protect, it allows for that ball to kind of go anywhere. And I do think that makes it tougher for the defense to favor, one guy or double one guy, because we have the ability, a collective group, to go move the football with a multitude of guys.
Hey, Philip, great day for the offense, obviously, but at the same time, what does it mean, or what kind of luxury, I guess, is it to have a defense that scores? And they've done that a few times this year. Just what's that been like for you?
It's huge. I mean, it's a huge. I mean, that play there, to me, certainly there was a lot of ball left, but that won the football game to me. In that situation where the game was, and for it to, for him to go out there the first snap after we, I think that was after we had the interference. Then we scored, and then the first snap's an interception for a touchdown. So, I mean, that's huge. Our defense has got, 11 interceptions, I think, now in the year. A handful of them, a couple of them gone back for touchdowns. Darius comes up with a huge strip fumble and a sack. So, if we can continue to protect the football like we did today and get 2 turnovers, 1 that scores, we're going to have an opportunity to be in the game each and every week at least. I mean, have a chance.
All right, we'll go 2 more. George Bremer.
So kind of following up on what Jim and Zach were talking about with those 11 receivers, 11 different guys, is it a sign that everybody's kind of come together, getting on the same page a little bit more as an offense?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a little more. We're getting to know each other better. Obviously, this locker room was already tight. There's obviously guys that have been here, but just collectively as a whole, we feel more and more comfortable around each other, both in the locker room and the interactions in the meeting rooms, on the practice field. Even on the field today. Some of the camaraderie, the togetherness. Sometimes we were aggravated today. It wasn't good enough. But when we go in the 3rd quarter and we go run, punt, pass, punt, that's not okay. That's not acceptable. And so, there was a sense of urgency. There was a little bit of, some back and forth that was good. Like, hey, we got to go right now. We can't just keep flopping around. So there's definitely that coming together. There's that good tension. I think that's healthy and a good chemistry as well. It's part of being a team, being a teammate. And I do think it's definitely doing this. It's been doing this, but it's not here yet. I mean, I think that's just normal. It's a gradual progression throughout the season.
Last one, Akeem Glassby.
Philip, you mentioned getting big plays from the defense, but do you notice an added maybe energy or confidence when someone like Darius Leonard is back in the lineup for you guys?
Yeah, there's no question. There's no question. You talk about, in a lot of ways, maybe the emotional leader on the team, if not, it's certainly one of them. The energy he brings every single day. And the guy's always turned on. He's turned on in the locker room. He's turned on in the meetings. He's turned on the practice field. He's the guy that's bringing, among others, that's bringing energy in this stadium today, guys. I can't tell you how dead it was. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, it felt a little bit less than Chicago to me, at least early on. But our guys, I mean, the hoots and hollers from our guys on the sideline early in the game. And I know we didn't come out and set the house on fire by any means, but we sustained it though for 4 quarters and created our own energy in a very, very unique environment. I think it felt that way maybe because it was indoors, but it was, he certainly has a lot to do with that. He's also a really, really, really good football player, as you well know. But it was nice to have him back out there.